英語であなたの仕事を伝えるときに普段何と言っていますか？僕は日本に来て初対面の会話でよく I'm an office worker と言われました。この言い方使う日本人が非常に多いのですが、ネイティブと話すときはちょっととなります。
I'm an office worker.
Yeah, but what do you do?
なんで日本語だと会社員と普通に言えるし、オフィスワークっていう言葉がありますよね。そう思いますよね。でも実はこれ、日本とアメリカの職場文化の違いが原因なんです。皆さんこんにちは、朝です。英語のフレーズや文法だけじゃなくて、英語の感覚が把握できるように、今回の動画では、1、なぜ I'm an office worker はおかしいのか。2、代わりにネイティブは何と言うか。3、オフィスワーカーを自然に使える場面を一緒に学びましょう。よろしくお願いします。So, why does saying I'm an office worker sound strange during a first-time conversation in English? It's because saying I'm an office worker actually isn't answering the question. What? Of course I'm telling them I'm an office worker. 会社員だよ. Yes, saying you're 会社員 is totally valid in Japanese. That's why so many Japanese English learners say I'm an office worker. They are speaking English using their Japanese sense. But let's look at the English sense together. Now imagine with me, you're meeting someone for the first time and you're introducing yourself. You're sharing about yourselves to get to know each other. And one of the first things people ask you is, so what do you do? What do you do for work? What's your job? They are genuinely curious and want to know more about you, and so they're asking about your work. And this is the key point to why saying I'm an office worker sounds strange, because they don't know anything new about you. So if you say I'm an office worker, the other person will think, yeah, I mean, almost everyone works in an office. Accountants work in offices, lawyers work in offices, even my dentist works in an office. 当たり前すぎて答えになってないんですね。It's like saying, I'm a person who eats food. Well, yeah, that's true about you, but pretty much everyone eats food, right? It doesn't really tell me anything about you.
Okay, Asa, tell me about yourself.
Well, I'm Arthur. I'm a human. I'm from Earth. I like to eat food. I'm not an alien, I promise.
Let me break that down a little bit. In Japan, traditionally, when you go work for a company, it's a big thing. Like you're joining a new club. 入社式もあったり、新入社員は決まった役割がなかったりして、普通にいろんな仕事をしますよね。So just saying you work at a company can be natural in Japanese. But in English-speaking countries, the concept of working is different. You're at work to earn money, perform a role, and that's it. Actually, it's getting to be quite common in America where when a boss or manager asks someone to do something extra, they'll say, "That's not in my job description. That's not a part of my job," and just not do it. If you're curious about this, you can look up quiet quitting on YouTube. So in English, when people ask you about your job, they're asking about not just the fact that you have a job, but the role of your job, what specifically you do, because that's the focus in English-speaking cultures.
So, Fuyu, what do you do for work?
I'm an office worker.
Yeah, but what do you do?
I'm an office worker.
Yeah, but what do you do?
I'm an office worker.
At the office, what do you do?
Office worker.
So if that's the case, how do you introduce your job in a conversation in English? Well, there are two patterns. The first pattern is when you have a specialized role, Let's say you have a job that requires specific expertise or knowledge. Maybe you're an accountant or a programmer or an engineer. In this case, you want to say your job title. So you would say, I'm a plus your specific role. For example, I'm an accountant. This tells people exactly what you do. You work with numbers. You handle financial records. You do taxes. Or maybe you're in IT and you could say, I'm a programmer. Right away, people understand. You write code, you create software, you solve technical problems. And another common one, I'm a systems engineer. Or maybe I'm a marketing specialist. See how that works? When you give your specific role, it opens up the conversation naturally. The key is you're telling people what you can do, not just the fact that you work at a company like everyone else. In Japanese, this is similar to saying 何々をやっています. It's about your ability, your expertise, your specialty. Now, what if you don't have a specialized title? Like, what if you just do work on Excel spreadsheets and you just stare at a computer all day? データ入力終われない。最新のレポートを毎回確認しなきゃ。That's where this second pattern comes in. In this case, you tell people what kind of company you work at. You say, I work at a plus the type of company. For example, I work at a law firm. Now, immediately, the other person gets the picture. They think, okay, this person works with lawyers. Maybe they are not a lawyer, but they handle legal documents, client communications, scheduling. You could also say, I work at an insurance company. And with that, the other person can imagine your daily life. You probably deal with policies, customer claims, that kind of thing. Here are some more examples. I work at a consulting firm. I work at a food company. So, Fu, what do you do?
I work at a pharmaceutical company. What about you?
Well, I work at my house.
See, by saying the type of company, you give people the context to understand where you work. In Japanese, this feels like 何々で働いています. You're emphasizing where and what industry you're in. You don't have to say the company name, though. Now, one more important thing I want to mention. You might be thinking, but Arthur, I've heard Americans say office workers before. And you're right. The expression does exist in English, but here's the thing. People usually only use it in very specific situations, like when comparing office work to manual labor or outdoor work. For example, office workers often have problems with back pain from sitting all day, like me. See, it's more about the type of work environment, not really a job description for introductions. So when you're introducing yourself, stick to the two patterns that we talked about. It'll make your self-introduction much clearer, much more natural, and it'll help bring you two closer together. Okay, まとめに入りましょう。1、なぜ I'm an office worker が伝わらないのか。アメリカではほとんどの人はオフィスで働いているから、オフィスで働いてるって言うと当たり前すぎて情報にならない。2、ネイティブが知りたいのはオフィスで何をしているか。3、専門職の場合の言い方は I'm a プラス仕事。例えば I'm an accountant. I'm a programmer.I'm a systems engineer. 4. 一般的な事務作業の場合の言い方は I work at a 会社の職業。例えば I work at a law firm. I work at an insurance company. I work at a consulting firm. I work at a tech company. 5. オフィスワーカーは主にオフィスでしない仕事と比較するときに使います。これで英語と日本語の感覚の違いに基づいて自然な英語を学びましたね。でもこういう表現を学んでもいざ外国人を目の前にすると頭が真っ白になって言葉が出てこない経験ありませんか？僕も全く同じ経験をしました。日本語を4年間勉強して日本に来たんですけど、実際に日本人と話そうとしたら全然言葉が出てこなかったんですね。その時に気づいたことがあります。言語を話せるようになるには知識を増やすだけじゃダメなんだって。実際に話す感覚を身につける必要があるということですね。で、僕が日本で英語を教え始めた時にも同じような悩みを持っている人がたくさんいたことに気づいたんですね。だから IU-Connect を作ったんです。And that's why I made this channel too. 教科書の英語じゃなくてリアルな場面で実際に使える英語を身につけるためにですね。このメソッドを使ってもう何百人の生徒さんが自信を持って英語を話せるようになっています。もし興味があれば僕が作った無料動画講座でこのメソッドのすべてをシェアしています。その動画講座をゲットするにはこちらをクリックするか概要欄にあるリンクをタップするかこちらの QR コードをスキャンしてください。As always, thanks so much for watching and I'll see you next time. これからも一緒に世界とつながりましょう。See you next time!